Oakland was awarded the Distinguished Service Medal. The Legion of Merit with combat duty for valor. The Navy Nomination Medal with Gold Star in lieu of third award. And the Purple Heart with Gold Star in lieu of third award. Private First Class Bruno continued the tradition of a long-line Marine Corps broadcast dating back to 1921. Under his generous and above, appointed Sergeant Major Jiggs as the first full-on mascot for Marine Corps Bears West Program. Private First Class Bruno is being escorted by the Office of Communication Strategy and Operations, Corporal Joshua M. Gray.
Down. Hold. Down. Center. Pace.
Spiritual development plays an important part in the making of a United States Marine. Lieutenant Amy Ruth Bryan, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy, will deliver the graduation prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Let us pray. Holy One, on this day of great celebration, we give you thanks for these young women and men of Company D who have earned the title Marine. We give you thanks for the gifts and abilities you have given to each one of them, which they now bring to strengthen our Marine Corps. We give you thanks for the drill instructors, company officers, and battalion leadership who have shaped and molded these young women and men into Marines. We are grateful this day for the families who have supported them every step of their journey, for their mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends. We give you thanks. We ask, O Holy One, that you be with these new Marines as they continue in their training. Keep them safe and bless them. Remind them to be always faithful to their country, to their corps, to each other, and to themselves, just as you, O Holy One, are always faithful. Bless our nation, bless these new Marines, and God, bless the United States Marine Corps. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Take your post. And
The Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, welcomes you to what is a historical event in the life of a Marine. Their graduation from boot camp. Approximately 40 weeks each year for the past 100 years, new Marines have departed San Diego for service with units of the Marine Corps around the globe. The primary mission of the Recruit Depot is to provide basic training to recruits enlisted west of the Mississippi, which represents approximately 51% of all applicants in the Marine Corps each year. The depot is also home to Recruiter School and Drill Instructor School. All of our efforts here are geared toward one end, producing America's finest fighting force, the United States Marine Corps. This morning, Company D, 1st Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment, will form and march in the parade. Following a passing review, the graduating Marines will return front and center of the reviewing stand for final dismissal. The staff for today's parade is comprised of Marines from the Recruit Training Regiment. The commander troops is Captain Derek M. Deakins, Company Commander, Company D, 1st Recruit Training Battalion. The parade adjutant is Captain Mason A. Wallace, Executive Officer, Company D, 1st Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment. The marching units are now being called to attention, and the adjutant's command, sound adjutant's call, will begin today's parade. Marching in today's parade are 500 through mentoring individual field and combat skills, and practice of personal and professional traits which distinguishes them as Marines. Example of these traits are discipline, the achievement of self-control and self-awareness, which assures respect for authority, instant and willing obedience to orders, and thus self-reliance to maintain or improve those traits which exemplify a Marine. Military bearing, consistently demonstrating military presence and personal awareness, as well as the proper wearing and maintenance of uniforms. A steady core, acquiring the common spirit of the Marine Corps that inspires enthusiasm, devotion, pride, initiative, teamwork, aggressiveness, determination, moral courage, integrity, camaraderie, and a burning desire to work with and for others towards excellence in common goals. For 247 years, Marines have fought and won whenever and wherever the nation calls. In the harshest conditions, over the most brutal terrain, and against the most formidable enemies, Marines defend the ideals of freedom with grit and tenacity. Although battlefields change and capabilities evolve, history proves that true victory comes from the individual Marine with steel resolve, a drive to overcome any obstacle, and the warrior spirit to fight on against all odds. It takes that steadfast faithfulness, semper fidelis, to war, country, and each other that abound throughout our storied legacy. Marines today remain in combat.
Deployed throughout the world, confronting every challenge with courage, loyalty, and faithfulness. They are resolved to be the most ready when the nation is least ready. To defend freedom anytime and anywhere. To stand ready to aid those devastated by natural disasters. To pay tribute to those who have forged our proud legacy, and to honor the families and loved ones who faithfully stand beside us. For the Marines of Company D, today marks the end of the 13-week recruit training cycle. They have marched countless miles at Camp Pendleton, as well as on this parade deck, and have been trained as our All-Marines as basic riflemen. In addition, due to an intensive physical training program, their strength and endurance have doubled since their arrival aboard the recruit depot. They are Marines, qualified to take their places in the ranks of the world's finest fighting organization. The platoons are now being aligned from left to right in order to get them into their exact positions for the parade. The next portion of the ceremony will be our national anthem. We welcome veterans and members of the armed forces to join us in rendering appropriate honors with a military salute. For guests who have not served in the military, it is proper etiquette during the national anthem to place their right hands over their hearts, and for those in the audience wearing headgear to remove it. Will the guests please rise for the presentation of the colors? Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. At the command, post the colors. The color guard moves into position within the parade. This signifies that the entirety of the parade has been formed and is ready to be presented to the command. Following the command, parade rest, the parade adjutant will give the command sound off, which signals the band to parade forward of the assembled Marines while playing military marching music. The parade adjutant now presents the assembled command to the commander of troops.
Sir, ready for it. Take your post. Nice. Now, draw. Forward. Back. Forward. Order! Order! Report! Seize! 1061! All present! Seize! 1065! All present! Sir, all present are accounted for. Publish the orders. Aye, aye, sir. On sector! Use
At the command, officers center march. All unit commanders and guidon bearers march to the front and center of the formation. Historically, it was at this point that commanding officers would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Following this, the unit leaders would face a bout, return to their units, and pass the information along to their Marines. Throughout our nation's history, millions of men and women have earned the title United States Marine. Many who have helped shape our history join us here today. In keeping the tradition of once a Marine, always a Marine, we would like to recognize them. At this time, those in the audience who have served as Marines, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for their dedicated service to corps and country. We would also like to give special recognition to a distinguished guest today, Sergeant Major Christopher J. Adams, Sergeant Major, 4th Marine Division, New Orleans, Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, the battalion commander for 1st Recruit Training Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Roger A. Hollenbeck.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding General, all right, we got a live one now. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is perfect. One more. Third time's the charm. All right, here we go. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding General, Brigadier General Ryans, and the Regimental Commander, Colonel Rumler, welcome to Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, and the graduation of Delta Company. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to today's parade reviewing official, whose impressive bio you'll hear in a moment, the Secretary of the Navy, the Honorable Carlos Del Toro. Welcome, sir. Assistant to the Secretary of the Navy and the guest of the Commanding General is the 4th Marine Division Sergeant Major, Sergeant Major Adams. Welcome, Sergeant Major. Today's ceremony recognizes your new Marine and all they've accomplished in the last 13 weeks. Gathering here as individuals from all walks of life and all corners of the globe, they stepped onto the legendary yellow footprints and into uncertainty. But they dug deep, they trained hard, they came together and stand before you as a confident team of Marines, the best this nation has to offer. Now, this magical transformation didn't happen on its own, so I'd like to take a moment to thank those that made it possible. The foundation of their character wasn't made here. It was made in your homes, in your schools, and in your communities. So thank you to the parents, teachers, families, friends, and coaches for all your love and support. Your love, your support, and for many, your signature on that contract set conditions vital to their success. So thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Second, our spectacular drill instructors who have spent every moment teaching, training, mentoring, and leading these Marines. Their outstanding dedication and work ethic has left a tremendous and lasting impact on your loved one, who will always remember and appreciate their efforts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the officers and drill instructors are able to commit themselves to the business of making Marines because of the love and support of their families, who also join us in the audience today. So please join me in a round of applause for the drill instructors and families of Delta Company. I'd also like to recognize our outstanding marksmanship, martial arts, water survival, and academics instructors, our outstanding chaplain, corpsman, and the entire medical team who've done a tremendous job keeping us physically, mentally, and spiritually strong. And of course, the dedicated recruiter that saw potential in your Marine. In fact, joining us from Weapons Field Training Battalion is Sergeant Leon Terraza, responsible for training the platoon with the highest rifle qualification score. And joining us from recruiting substation Okinawa, Japan, is Gunnery Sergeant Martin, responsible for recruiting today's honor graduate. Outstanding work, Marines. Now, excuse me as I address the Marines one last time as their battalion commander. Good morning, Marines. That's what I'm talking about. All right. You made it to graduation. You earned the Eagle Globe and Anchor and you earn the look of pride on your loved one's face across this parade deck. It took you 13 weeks to earn this feeling, but it doesn't stop here. We promised you a challenge, and we will continue to deliver. You must continue to earn the title every day to honor the legacy of those that came before you and blaze a trail for the next wave of warriors. The Marine Corps will be what you make it, so never forget the skills, the spirit, and the values that have been drilled into you, and I guarantee your success. You represent the Marine Corps now, and you're the future of this great institution. So stand tall, take charge. When you get home, introduce your buddies to your local recruiter. All right. Congratulations, Marines. Thank you for all your hard work and for your dedication to serve this great nation. Take care of each other. Take care of each other and cultivate the relationships you've made with your fellow Marine. They'll serve you well. Welcome to the Corps. Semper Fidelis.
Now taking their position in the reviewing area is today's parade reviewing official, the Honorable Mr. Carlos Del Toro, Secretary of the Navy. He is accompanied by Brigadier General James A. Ryans II, Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego and the Western Recruiting Region. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for honors to Mr. Carlos Del Toro. As is customary for higher-ranking officials in the military, we will be firing a traditional volley of fire. Please warn anybody in your family who is sensitive to ammunition fire to prepare themselves for the cannon blasts.
Staff, attention, put. Regiment, attention, put. Present. March. Staff, present. Sword.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Honorable Carlos Del Toro attended the United States Naval Academy, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. Secretary Del Toro was commissioned as a Surface Warfare Officer upon his graduation in 1983. The Honorable Carlos Del Toro has served in a variety of challenging billets in numerous commands, to include First Commanding Officer of the Guided Missile Destroyer USS Bokali, Senior Executive Assistant to the Director for Program Analysis and Evaluation in the Office of the Secretary of Defense, and Special Assistant to the Director and Deputy Director of the Office of Management and Budget. Retiring at the rank of Commander, he currently serves as the 78th Secretary of the Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Mr. Carlos Del Toro.
Sir, the praise form. Passion review. Aye, aye, sir. Staff, carry, sword. Passion review. Right. Race.
The Passion Review is a tradition within all military units, allowing the unit commander to formally inspect the unit under their charge.
Forward. March.
More than 1 million Marines have been trained here in the past 100 years and have departed San Diego for combat in conflicts around the world, including places whose names are immediately associated with Marine courage and dedication. Names such as Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Busan, Incheon, Chosin Reservoir, Quezon, Way City, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, Somalia, Fallujah, Ramadi, Marja, Sangin, and our most current operations worldwide. This parade deck is rich in history and tradition, and no Marine trained here ever forgets its sights and sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, as the national flag passes directly in front of you, please rise. Once it passes, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Troops, Captain Derek M. Deakins, and the regimental staff.
Right, sir.
Marine Band, San Diego, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California. Series 1061, Series Commander, First Lieutenant Luis G. Jimenez. Platoon 1061, Senior Drill Instructor, Staff Sergeant Fyong San. Platoon 1062, Senior Drill Instructor Sergeant Arturo A. Rodriguez. Platoon 1063, Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Curtis J. Antoine Jr. The Regimental Color Guard is led on the march by the Regimental Color Sergeant, Drill Instructor Sergeant Rodolfo Navarrete. Series 1065, Series Commander Captain Duncan M. Clift, and Platoon 1065, Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Alexis M. Jaimes. Platoon 1066, Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Tommy L. Wimberly. Platoon 1067, Senior Drill Instructor Sergeant Luis A. Dionisio. Ladies and gentlemen, if you turn to page 21 of your graduation pamphlets, you will find the Marines Hymn. The Marines Hymn has a history dating back to 1859 and has a long-standing tradition for Marines to face the direction of the music and stand at attention when it is heard. It is now directed that all Marines present and who have served honorably, and ladies and gentlemen, you're all encouraged to join. Sing the words to the first verse as Marine Band San Diego performs Anchors Away, followed by the Marines Hymn. Will the guests please rise? Thank you. Please be seated.
Sir, this concludes today's parade. Dismiss. Aye, aye, sir. Stop. Dismiss.
The Marine Corps' uniqueness and strength as an elite fighting force is directly attributable to the magnificent efforts of the drill instructors and company officers who train and supervise the recruits. The distinct qualities of spirit and discipline, the heart and soul of every Marine have been developed, nurtured, and ingrained in recruits through their observance and relationship with their drill instructors and officers. Recruit training is the very foundation of the Corps. Each year, recruit training provides thousands of America's finest young men and women with the basic knowledge and skills to function in a profession characterized by its own set of high values and tough standards. The most important thing we do in the Marine Corps is make Marines. The individual Marine is the Corps. That is what we do here. For the Marines graduating today, the long, arduous journey of the last 13 weeks is but a small step into the future of the Marine Corps. As they prepare to fill the ranks of our Corps, they do so with unquestionable support for the high ideals and standards of the United States of America and the United States Marine Corps. Although Company D prepares for their final dismissal from boot camp, their initial training is not over. Soon after graduation, they will report to the School of Infantry, Camp Pendleton, California, where they will continue to be trained to serve as an effective member of a Marine Rifle Squad. The intense initial training that every Marine undergoes is designed to instill the fundamental premise that every Marine is a rifleman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to introduce to you the Marines responsible for ensuring the success of the difficult transition required to become a Marine. The company commander is Captain Derek M. Deakins. The company first sergeant is First Sergeant Fernando Fuentes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the company staff of Company D. The next portion of the ceremony will be the traditional function of retiring the guidons.
Yay! Center! March!
The guidons have been carried by the platoons throughout recruit training and are being retired to symbolize the disbanding of platoons. All similar units in the Marine Corps carry such guidons, which identify their unit and are a source of pride to each individual member. Note that the honor of carrying these guidons is bestowed upon those Marines who displayed outstanding leadership qualities, motivation, and character, and were selected as the platoon honor graduates. The platoon honor graduates compete for the titles of Series and Company honor graduate. They are considered the top Marines graduating today and have demonstrated the highest potential for future leadership and responsibility in the Marine Corps.
Center! Ice! Forward! March! Order! Dialogue!
The guidons will now be returned to the drill instructors. The honor graduates will now be presented a plaque by the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Roger A. Hollenbeck, and the battalion Sergeant Major, Sergeant Major Rashad M. Browning. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until all honor graduates have been recognized.
Present! Arm! Order! Arm!
The honor graduate for Platoon 1061 is Private First Class Atiana S. Almazo from Fontana, California. The honor graduate for Platoon 1062 and the company honor graduate is Lance Corporal Ryder S. Baudouin from Gardner, Maine. Lance Corporal Baudouin is also the recipient of the Chesty Puller Award for his outstanding meritorious performance while in recruit training. The honor graduate for Platoon 1063 is Private First Class Audias Ortega from Chicago, Illinois. The honor graduate for Platoon 1065 is Private First Class Miguel A. Colores from Paris, California. The honor graduate for Platoon 1066 is Private First Class Landon G. Lacrone from Palm Desert, California. And the honor graduate for Platoon 1067 and the series honor graduate is Private First Class Richard J. Kokioko from Sacramento, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor graduates of Company D.
Post! Point!
Detail. Hold. Hello. Hey.
Coming in first, Sergeant!
Report as ordered.
Dismiss the company!
Aye, aye, sir.
The company first sergeant will now give the command to the senior drill instructors to dismiss their platoons. Needless to say, this will be the most welcome command they have received throughout recruit training.
Aye, aye, first sergeant!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony.